Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I'm myself. I'm a queer person, and I know that you have a lot of stuff that you wouldn't agree with me on. But I think it's important to actually debate the topics and not just fight. So
I totally agree. Can I ask a dumb question?
yeah.
When I grew up, calling someone queer was like a slur. Can you tell me what that means? I mean that sincerely. And how is it different than just saying you're lesbian or bisexual or gay?
So it can be different for everyone because gender, sexuality, it's a spectrum just like anything else. And for me personally, I like everyone.
No, but what does queer mean though?
Queer, it's just a label.
What does the label mean?
It's different for everyone.
Okay. No, I know, but that doesn't.
I hear people going, "Oh my God."
No, I just want I want a definition. I mean, I'm not trying to put you as a trap though. I mean this because when I grew up, if I called somebody queer, I'd get in trouble. Just give me like a working definition.
Yeah, so queer is just something that you identify as with your sexuality. It can be related to gender too.
Right, but how do you know once you achieve queer? Like what is the, like, can you give me saying that anybody can be it doesn't tell me what that thing is. That makes sense though? Like, it'd be like saying you become an adult when you feel like you're an adult. I mean, you have to say that there is an objective.
I'm glad that everyone's having so much fun.
Well,
with
they're
this.
laughing because I'm trying to glean like what it means.
Yeah.
Because when someone says queer, that doesn't tell me anything.
What's going on, family? It's time for No Picks Podcast.
This is Joe, No Picks Podcast family. What's good?
All right, so we saw the clip from Charlie Kirk and him talking to his normal thing is talking to college kids and having debates like this or conversations like this, I should say. What do you think about what was said?
People like this are just obsessed with labels, right? Obsessed with labels, bro. Because listen, I mean, I'd like to think that it's this simple, right? Like, okay, so you're gay. Gay people are gay. We know what gay people are, right? We know what they do, how they engage, whatever. Lesbians, why do you need another letter? You're a woman who likes women. You're gay. Bisexual, you're a person who likes both sexes. You're gay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, queer, you like everything and everyone. You're gay. Like, in my opinion, it's like, why do you have to keep separating and creating more labels? Right. You're all just gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they try to overcomplicate it with these labels, and I'm like, bro, I don't care about all that. You guys are all gay. That's fine. But now, and then they can't even explain it half the time, like queer.
Yeah.
I grown up too, bro. I don't know if you like for you, like calling somebody a queer was a pejorative. Yeah. That was an insult. Yeah. So I'm with Charlie. I understand Charlie in that where it's like, yeah, I wouldn't call somebody a queer unless it was like it was almost as bad as like the I can't say the word FAG. I mean the word for a cigarette. Like we used to say that too. Like, but I don't know, bro. My first thought is they're so obsessed with these damn labels and to be validated with these labels, and it's stupid. It's dumb. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, facts. No, listen, I agree with you. Like, I think it's crazy if you ask them, like, if someone tells you, "Hey, I'm this thing," and you say, "Hey, what does that mean?" and they can't tell you what it means, that means like, yo, y'all just out here making stuff up, bro.
Right.
Like, she couldn't tell Charlie what queer meant. That means, like, in other words, the word queer means something different to everyone that's queer.
Right.
So she couldn't even tell you. So she said, "Hey, I'm gay." So, okay, you're gay. I know what that means. But you're labeling yourself as queer. What does queer mean? She couldn't tell you.
Right.
It's so crazy to me because I think this community goes out its way to be like unnecessarily complicated.
I agree.
And I don't really get why or like what's the purpose of this? Like, don't you want like clear things so that way there's no misunderstanding? That way you don't freak out at a restaurant. You know what I mean? So that way, like if you guys get on the same page and everyone knows and it's kind of disseminated out to the public, it's like, hey, this is what these terms mean. If you say this thing to this person, it's offensive. So why, like, it seems like y'all care more about like being offended than actually like enlightening everyone else who's not that to your way of looking at things.
Right. No, it is, and not only that, then you just want to be offended. You want that victim status. You got to have that victim status. They wear that like a badge of honor, right? And then on top of that, you want to police that way that other people think or interpret reality. So not only that, but whatever you believe, if it doesn't align with what I believe, you're wrong. You're transphobic, you're homophobic, whatever the word, whatever, add phobic to the end of it. So you have to completely agree with what they're saying and see things exactly the way that they do. And if not, then
Yeah.
you're a bigot. And it's like,
Right.
bro, what? Like, so no, there was a video, bro, and I don't know if I sent it to you, but there was these two people on live, and they were both transgendered, and somebody in the comments was just like, they had a dog in there, and somebody in the comments was just like, so what gender is your dog? And one of the people, I don't know, I guess it was a woman, was like, it's a boy, and and then the person asked him like, well, how do you know? And then she stopped, and she had a glitch, and she was just trying to think about that question, and she was like, because of his genitalia. And I was like, yo, I was like, so wait. So how do you know what that dog's gender is if that dog can't
Right.
talk? So by his genitals? Oh, so that means so. But as human beings, it's completely different. You know what I mean? Like it's like the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
like the logic just doesn't add up, bro. And you
Yeah.
can get them in
No.
moments like
No.
that, and I'm like, bro, like that for me was comedic genius because I laughed at that. I was like, I never thought about that. How do you know? How
Yeah.
you know the dog's gender? You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
no, you're right. Unnecessarily complicated, and this is a perfect
Right.
example.
So
This is a
there was a
perfect
dude.
example.
There was a dude. I wanted to bring it up, but there was a dude that he was at like a pride rally, right? Like a gay pride rally or whatever, or LGBTQ
Yeah.
pride rally. And he's like, he's walking around with his microphone or whatever, and he went up to this woman who was like clearly a woman, right, a black woman, and he was like, listen, we're here supporting, the LGBTQ community. He was like, what did he say? He was like, what's it like, like being like a proud trans woman? What do you think? Like, what do you think about that? And she was like, are you saying like I'm a trans woman? And he's like, yeah, I'm supporting the movement. Like, I'm like, okay, like, what is it like being a proud trans woman? And she's like, oh, I'm not a trans woman. He's like, but trans women are women. And she's like, well, yeah.
No.
So he was like, okay, so what's it like being a proud trans woman? And she's like, I'm not a woman. She's like, I'm not a trans woman. I'm like she's like, I'm a woman. He's like, but there's no difference. So she was like, so she was just like, no, I just want to get it clear. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get it
Right.
clear that
Because
like,
they know, bro. They know. They know. And that's a great example, right? To be like, oh,
right,
trans women are real women. Okay, so are you a trans woman? No. Okay, but well,
yeah,
if it doesn't matter, then why are you so big to be like, no, I'm not. Like,
yeah.
yeah, no,
So
yeah, bro.
she was like, no, I support them, but I'm a woman. Like,
Yeah,
okay, but
yeah,
y'all the same, right? Like, so
right,
she was like, no. Okay, so but I'm a woman though. Just to be clear, like she's like, before we move forward in this process, I need you to acknowledge that I'm a woman. So like it was just like, but no, it's irrelevant though. It's irrelevant. Woman, man, it don't matter. It don't matter. It just matters what you identify as. But she was
right.
just like, it was like you could tell she was kind of like stuck in a tough spot because she's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
because it makes you think. It really makes you think, and you realize, damn, like you see the flaws in the logic. There is no logic. You know what I mean?
right,
It's just chaos. Like it's just ridiculousness sometimes, and in those moments, it's like they glitch, bro. I call it glitches, and they
right.
just be like,
They do be glitches, yeah. So there's
yeah,
there's another video I want to pull up, right? But I did. But there's another video. There was this trans woman saying that like she was arguing with like a cis woman, and a cis woman, they were like arguing about bathrooms, right? The cis woman was like, I don't want y'all in my bathroom. Like I just don't want y'all in there. And the trans woman was like, yo, like there's a level of jealousy here because we go for the same men, and like we're like competing for the same men. And the cis woman was like, no, we're not competing for the same men. Like the men, she was like, the men that you are able to get, I'm not interested in. And it was just like it was just like a weird moment. It was just like, bro, like I promise y'all not competing for the same men. Like y'all truly not.
yeah.
Like
I don't think so either. I really don't
yeah,
think so either. Any man, like, and I'd say 95% of the times, bro, I can tell when it's a dude. I'm sorry, I can tell when it's a trans person. I should say. I don't know their
right,
pronoun, but like, I can tell. So dudes is out there just drunk or just being completely ignorant, but I can usually
yeah,
tell. And they have a certain look to them. They still look manly. They still look kind of
yeah,
masculine. I'm not attracted to that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not gonna be going out for no, trans person because I'm not attracted to the looks of the aesthetic.
right,
It's not for me. I'm not saying they're ugly. I'm saying it's not for me. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
yeah.
So I understand that. We're not going for the same men.
So there was this. That made me think of I was watching this. I was watching Family Guy years ago, and I remember you ever you see Family Guy before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember the main character, the boy named Stan. He like worked whatever. So he was like, if I was ever attracted to a man, he would have to be 5'5", petite, huge breasts, childbearing hips, nice waist, nice ass, and that would be the man. So basically, the only way you would be attracted to a man if it was an actual woman. so,
That makes sense.
so,
For me.
so,
Right.
so,
Yeah.
so it was funny. That episode was funny as hell. But yeah, no. Going back to the Charlie Kirk thing, bro. Y'all can't define your own terms, and it's like,
I know.
why? What are y'all game being so complicated? That's like every black person having a different definition as to what it is to be black.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I encourage the family. We've talked about this before, but not recently, to go to the Breakfast Club interview. It was a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So not, where they had three transgendered people, and then they had that black guy who was coming out talking about dating trans women is not gay or homosexual, right? It was this
Right.
whole thing. But when they were asked questions about what this means and what that means, and you were hearing the explanations, it sounds ridiculous. They don't even know how to explain most of it. But watch that. That's a perfect example of how they overcomplicate things and things just don't make sense. If you can't explain something in a way that other people can understand, then for me, it's just, you know what I mean? I don't want to call it nonsense and just dismiss it, but like, if you stand on something, you got to be able to articulate what that is. It can't be
Right.
no confusion and no gray area. Like, in my opinion, like, I don't know, man. I encourage people to watch that old Breakfast Club interview, though. It's very interesting.
All right. Well, listen. Let us know what y'all think, family. Listen. Are we the ones that's confused? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe we out the
We're
loop,
just
bro. Like,
transphobes.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
just
And
phobes.
that's another term. Homophobe, transphobe. I don't think people are running around being afraid of trans people. I don't think people are running around. Okay, you know what? That's a whole another tangent.
Or turfs. I think we're called turfs. They call us turfs. There's some term for us.
That I never even heard that before.
Yeah, right.
Let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.
Until next time.